Hi, Jack. Many thanks for giving up your time tonight. We've just got a few questions for you. We won't keep you long. What was your thoughts on the Perth season just ended? Were we on course to win promotion, do you think?
I'm disappointed, really. I just want to be playing football as much as I can. It's a shame, really, that it was ended early. I think we were definitely kicking on. We got into some good form. We had a bit of an up and down start, but we just started to kind of kick on, put some wins together, kept keeping clean sheets as well. And I think we were on course to.
We had a tough start, didn't we? Had all the top teams up first.
Yeah, I think we did, and I think some of us are maybe a little bit slow starters, like to kind of getting into a bit of a rhythm of playing games, and that's why I think we started to kick on, really. And I think if it did last a bit longer, we would have been definitely up there.
How have you been keeping fit during this lockdown?
Just running all the time. I've been ticking over. I think without running, I'd be going around the bend. But just been running all the time. I think I've been up every street in Jesmond. But I've really been getting into it, to be fair. Really enjoying it. Just excited to get going again, really.
You've got to be one of the manager's first names on the team sheet, Jack. You must be happy with your own personal form.
I think in a way. I think I could play better. I think I tend to see all my mistakes. I always kind of have that kind of outlook. I look at how I can improve every game, and that's all I want to do. And it helps playing with Bobby. He's got so much experience, and I'm learning every game. And things that you won't see on the side, it's like little communication that we have with each other, and it massively helps during the game. Yeah.
You mentioned that partnership with Bobby there. How important is a defensive structure to build foundations on?
Yeah, it's vital. I think you need to keep the goals out just as much as you need to score them. And I think it is quite important to have quite a reasonably settled back four. I know Alex is obviously on his way back. He's been putting some miles in, which is really good to see. Ops went well, which is great. I think it's really important, really, to have a settled back four and keep the clean sheets. Yeah, but it comes from the whole team. It's not just the back four. It's the whole team that defends. I think it is important. Yeah.
Is the manager your favourite centre back partner? Difficult question, I know, because we've got Alex coming back and.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I've got a favourite, but he is great to play alongside, like I said. But I also like playing alongside Tom. I like playing alongside Alex. I'm happy just as long as I'm on the pitch. 3 at the back, 4 at the back, anybody. As long as I'm there, I'm happy with whoever's next to us.
When you're partnering the manager, if he makes a mistake, do you give him a good rollicking?
Not as much as if it was somebody else, I think. No, not too bad. I try and keep on his good side.
What's the matchday experience been like for yourself under COVID restrictions?
No fans there is just it's partly why you play is for the fans, and it gives the game more intensity. I think even when they were restricted to 300 fans, was it? You feel so much better on the pitch, and I like getting a bit of jip from fans, away fans, whatever. I think I play better when there's like an atmosphere there. So it's definitely been a lot different. Sometimes the games have felt a bit like pre-season, but again, that as we started playing more, I think we got more into the swing of things. I think that's just how it is. Yeah.
You missed out on our last cup final through injury. You must have been disappointed missing out on a cup win and a game at the Stadium of Light. Must have been disappointing for you.
Yes, yeah. I'm a Sunderland fan as well, so I mean, I'm happy we've ended the curse yesterday, which was nice. But yeah, I was good to not play. I think I was cup tied. I wasn't injured for that game. I was cup tied, but yeah, I was good not to play, but it was a great day. It was a great day out. Yeah, it was really good to see. It was good atmosphere and everything. Obviously, great to get the result.
And talking of cup games, are you looking forward to the FA Vase game coming up?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I can't wait to get back playing again. Back training as well, just getting back into it. Can't wait to be playing again. Shame there's no fans, but I'll be buzzing to be back playing on the 17th, yeah.
We don't usually hear you say a great lot, Jack. Are you the quiet man in the dressing room?
I think I can be. I just kind of like to go about my business and kind of get the job done. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I was. I mean, yeah, not too loud in the dressing room. I have recently started taking over a bit of DJing, so getting the tunes on in the dressing room's been good. We're excited to get that back going as well. But yeah, like I said, just like to get my job done, get in there. Yeah.
What's your go-to song?
Ooh, go-to song, bit of MC Tazo. It's always goes down well in the dressing room.
Yeah. You're talking young lad speech, eh? I don't know what you're thinking. How did you move from schoolboy football into the Northern League, Jack? I mean, you seem to have been here a long time and you're still just a young lad, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'm 21, played a good few years in the Northern League. I wanted to play men's football as early as possible. When you kind of had a little taste for it, it just was so much better for my progression to start playing against adults instead of playing people at the same age as me, because it's just a totally different game, much more physical. I started at like Crook, Eshwinning in kind of Division 2, just getting loads of games. I started playing Sundays as well, so playing twice, 3 times a week if it was midweek game. Yeah, and I think it's vital really to play men's football as early as you can.
You've scored a few goals this season. Have you always been a prolific scorer?
I wouldn't say prolific. I tend to go through patches where I'll kind of come up with a few goals in a few weeks in a row. But yeah, I think they're few and far between, if I'm honest.
You got one at Hallam, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm sure I've tweeted goal Jack Vaulks before. Who have you scored against?
I scored at home. I think it might have been against Bishop. Yeah.
Go down in folklore if you scored against Bishop then.
It was either Bishop, Newton Aycliffe. I can't remember which team it was. So I remember I had a bad half. I had a really bad first half. Got a bit of a talking to at half time and kicked on in the second half and scored. But yeah, I'd rather be keeping them out than scoring them. I'd rather put in a good block, which is probably a bit of an unusual way to think of it, but I do.
With the FA Vase coming up, if we win, the draw is national. Who would you prefer? Well, would you prefer an away draw, a home draw?
To be totally honest, I'm just focused on the next game. It's cliche. Just get the game on the 17th one, and then doesn't matter home or away, wherever.
Would you not rather win away and have one of these legendary bus trips home after?
Bus trips are good. Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, as long as we get a win, that's all that really matters, home or away. Yeah.
And how big is the prospect of Wembley for the next game in the Vase?
Again, like I said, you can't get too carried away with it. It's a long way away. Go on to the 17th of April, get that one, and then think of the next game. You can't start thinking of playing at Wembley yet. It's too early.
Do you know anything about our opponents in the next round? Yeah? Have you looked them up?
I wouldn't say particularly. I know obviously they've been doing well in the league, but closer to the game, I'll be watching some of the highlights of their games. I always tend to do that, really. Watch the highlights of the team that we're playing, just to maybe try and get a little bit of an idea.
So you're the quick forwards, and then you can mark him instead of the old fellow that manages the team.
Well, yeah, we cover each other, so whichever, yeah.
What's been your favourite moment from this season, whether it be in the league or in the FA Vase?
I'll probably say the away win at Bootle. That was probably the best one. Clean sheet, again, great bus trip home with that one. Probably made it even better. But yeah, they were a tough team, and it was a difficult game, but it was a good result. Yeah, I'd say that's probably been the best one of this season. But hopefully it'll be the win in the Vase. That'll be the top one of this season.
Main aim is to get out of this league, Jack. Do you think the squad at the moment? We've got a couple of players to come back as well, Billy and Alex. Do you think the squad is good enough to do that, or do any areas need strengthening? Do you think?
I definitely think we're strong enough to do it. I mean, the season before we showed how good the squad was, and there hasn't been that many changes. But the changes that have come in have made the squad even stronger. Like you said, like you touched on with a couple of injuries, this breaking period has kind of been good in some way. We get Billy closer to being back, and Alex being closer to being back as well. But I think what's good about our squad is there hasn't been that much changes, so there's a lot of togetherness in the dressing room, which is what works really well. Yeah.
And we beat Stockton in the Vase. Do you think that shows the ability to beat the bigger teams in the league going into next season?
Yes, definitely, yeah. I think we can beat anybody in our league. And I think, yeah, that's another good moment actually when we beat Stockton. Because the previous game that they beat us, banging on the changing rooms and stuff. So it's a nice one to kind of get the edge over them on that one. But yeah, I think we can challenge with anybody that's left in the Vase and anybody in our league, definitely.
This is done about the Stockton game, Jack. These horrible plastics about your pitches have got to be an advantage to them, haven't they?
Oh, massively, yeah. The fact that they play on that every other week, they're used to it. It's a huge advantage playing at home on a pitch like that. But we obviously train on 3G, so that probably does help. But yeah, it's such a different game when you're playing on an artificial pitch than a grass pitch.
Is it tough on the ankles?
On the joints and your back, you do feel a lot sorer after a game on 3G, which is a bit strange. But yeah, it's as well. You can't really. Yeah, you definitely feel it more on 3G than when you're on grass. Yeah.
Just a final one for me. You mentioned the pitch there. What was the pitch at Hallam like with the massive slope as well?
Yeah, it was interesting. Defending second half, trying to get out and go up the hill. It's a bit tiring on the legs, but yeah, I mean, there's a few teams in like Division 2 that are like that. I've played on a lot worse. But yeah, it's the same for both teams as well.
You can tell your grandkids you played on the oldest pitch in the world.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's definitely what to tell them. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Jack.
Yeah,
it's nice to see you again. I hope you've had a haircut next time I see you.
Me too, yeah. Definitely need one. No, it's good seeing you as well.
You want one of these? Thanks very much for your time, mate.
Yeah, no
Right,
worries.
thank you.
Cheers, guys.
See you soon.
See
See you
ya.
later.